Hello friends, it's Julie and welcome back to Reseller Tuesday. So every Tuesday I do something about reselling and then Fridays is something different. So today I'm going to do what sold video for my antique booth. I have two antique booths, downtown Billings and Marketplace 3301. And once again I have 3 pages of sales. From last month my sales were a little lower and not quite to where I want to be minimally, but I still made a profit. And this month is slower than that. They said that the months ending starting with J are always slower, and it's just the ebb and flow of the business. So not every month is a runaway. 18 categories that I sold of my staple items, so I will go through those first, and then we'll talk about the other stuff that's sold. And we're going to go from lowest to highest. So the lowest one that I sold was the photo category. So I sold $2.49. For records, I just sold one at $4.95, which I haven't stocked them for a while, so that's probably not a big surprise. Sheet music, $4.95. Cookbooks, $4.95 again. Ephemera, $5, which could be any kind of ephemera. Stamps, I have little grab bags of old stamps, and those are $5 worth. Cards, like greeting cards. I think eventually I will put greeting cards with ephemera, but we'll see. $7 there. Blind date with a book, I sold $7 worth, which usually it's more, but yeah, it's a weird year. Postcards, $8, so not a lot there. Last month I sold $45, but this year I've already sold more than $8 worth. This month. The next one is yarn, and last month yarn was my top seller of my staples. Now this month I only sold $9.95 worth. Jewelry, single pieces, $11.95. Slides, they were $13.85. Magazines, $15.85. Linens, which are like doilies, runners, could be handkerchiefs, $17.80. I didn't sell any last month. Books, single books, $33.75. Mystery jewelry boxes, where I just bundle up 3 to 5 pieces and in a bag, and that was $34.70. Okay, flowers came to $37.45. Those are silk flowers. And the top selling item from last month in my staple category is stickers. And I sold $51 of those stickers. Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm also selling a lot this month. I think it's kind of interesting that the stickers are going so well because they're only $1 each. And I think you can get 6 for $5. And I think that what's going on is that we got tourists, we got kids who are looking for something, and people still want to shop even though they don't have a lot of money. And just buying something for $1 is easy to do with something fun. Okay, and let's go on to the other items that sold. I sold a crocheted afghan for $3.95. Did I talk about that last time? Interesting. That was a cheap one. I usually sell them for at least $10. I sold a lamb that had a woven vest for $9.95, and playing cards for $4.95. A journal for $4.95. I could put it with ephemera. Radio cabinet, and I sold it for $65. A calendar, vintage calendar, for $5.95. A table for $19.95. I'm really glad to get rid of that table because it was an awkward table. A mug for $4.95. Interchangeable needles is one of my sets. I have several sets, and that went for $14.95. It was missing one tip, but new those are like $40-50 at least. Art corners, which $3.95, which I think were like the things that you put in the corners of your pictures. It was a vintage pack. A book journal for $4.95. There was a Vera Bradley bag for $29.95. A thermos, vintage thermos, for $5.95. I had just marked down a lot of stuff too. Cufflinks, which could have been jewelry, but they're okay. It's $3. A picnic basket for $29.95. Salt and pepper shaker set was $6.95. A red dresser. I love that dresser, but I'm glad it's going on to somebody else because you change things up and keeps it fresh. And that went for $295. A knitting set. I had bagged up a bunch of my knitting notions in some bags, and that went for $5.95. And knitting accessories went for $2.95. Another picnic basket, this is a little smaller, for $12.95. The funny thing about these picnic baskets is I put this really nice big basket in my booth, and I was going to do this cute little summer, vignette with the thermos and the basket and, just all kinds of summer picnic stuff. And then, so I gathered the stuff up to go back to my booth, and the picnic basket was sold. And then I put another picnic basket in there, was sold. So I was like, that's not going to work. So a muffin tin went for $6.95. A crock for $14.95. That was another one that I sold from that auction lot I got for $5. A set of 4 Tupperware cups and $14.95. That was vintage Tupperware. A umbrella stand, which was part of that $5 lot that I got, and that went for $24.95. A yellow planter, which was a McCoy planter, $29.95. A wood tray with bowls, it was $11.95. A mop bucket, galvanized, for $37. And finally, prickly heat tin for $4.95. Now, we also had, during 4th of July, a red, white, and blue sale. I put my booth on 30% off. So the prices I mentioned does not reflect the sale. It just to make it easier here. So, okay, so how did I do this month? Even though I still had 3 pages of sales, my total sales were $924.37 after the shop's commission and all the credit card transaction fees, comes out to $808.48. Now my rent is $295, so you can see where it's not as profitable as last month. I would clear $513.48, which part of that is sourcing, and part of from that, and the rest would be profit. And yeah, so it wasn't as good. I'm still clearing money, but for the amount of time I put into it is lower than what I would like. But this is summer month. July is not tracking to be really good unless I sell a piece of furniture, because that really kind of pays the rent. But I don't expect it to clear more than double my rent. So, because that's just the way July is. People are on vacation and the economy's bad. As long as I at least double my rent, I'm still making expenses, which will be good. So it's not actually a lot of work. You just kind of let it ride and hope it goes well. Don't expect big sales for July, because right now I just have made my rent. It is, what is the date today? It's almost the 15th. By this time, I should have almost doubled my rent. So it's just July. So let me know what you think of that. Do you have an antique booth, or do you do other kinds of reselling? How is that going for you? Are you finding sales more slow than they were? And thanks for watching. Hope you have a joyful day. Goodbye.